There's a reason you're here, listening to this. Maybe it's a feeling you've carried for as long as you can remember, this strange sense that someone or something is watching you, not in a way that sparks fear, but in a way that leaves you questioning. It's subtle, like a presence just out of sight, yet so pervasive it's impossible to ignore. You might have brushed it off as paranoia, or maybe even a trick of the mind, but deep down you know it's more than that. You feel it in moments of stillness, in the silence of a late night, or even in the middle of a crowd. And here's the truth you've been waiting to hear: you're not imagining it. This isn't just your mind playing games. This feeling of being watched is a vibrational signal, a calling, and it's tied to who you are as a chosen one. You see, chosen ones walk a different path. You don't quite fit into the structures or expectations of the world around you, and that's because you weren't made to. You were born with a purpose, a mission that others might not understand, and this presence you feel watching you, it's connected to that. It's not here to scare you, but to awaken you. It's a reminder that you're part of something greater, that there's an energy guiding you, protecting you, and yes, watching you. But why you? Why do you feel this when others don't? That's the question, isn't it? And the answer lies in your energy, your vibration. Chosen ones carry a frequency that sets them apart. You have a light within you, an energy that resonates differently from the world around you. And because of this, you attract attention not just from the physical world, but from the unseen realms. You might have noticed how people are drawn to you, how strangers seem to open up to you, or how you seem to experience synchronicities that others dismiss as coincidence. This isn't random. It's because your energy is unique, and the universe knows it. Now, here's where it gets deeper. This feeling of being watched isn't limited to the physical sense. It's not just about someone glancing at you from across the room or the sensation of eyes following you. It's about the spiritual realm, the unseen dimensions that exist alongside our own. As a chosen one, you exist with one foot in this physical world and the other in something far beyond it. The feeling of being watched is the result of this connection. It's the energy of the universe, the higher consciousness, reminding you that you're never alone. But here's the challenging part: this feeling can be confusing. It can leave you questioning your reality, wondering if you're imagining things or if there's something wrong with you. Let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with you. In fact, this feeling is a testament to your sensitivity, your intuition, your ability to perceive what others cannot. It's a gift, though it might not always feel like one. And the more you lean into it, the more you'll begin to understand that it's not something to fear, but something to embrace. Let's pause for a moment and ask a question when you feel this presence, this sense of being watched. What do you do? Do you try to push it away, to deny it? Or do you allow yourself to sit with it, to explore it? Most of us are conditioned to dismiss these feelings, to rationalize them away. But what if, instead of pushing it aside, you began to listen, to really pay attention to what this presence is trying to show you? Because here's the thing, this feeling is here for a reason. It's a signal, a nudge from the universe to wake up, to step into your purpose. As a chosen one, you were never meant to live a life of complacency or conformity. You were meant to question, to seek, to grow. And this presence, this feeling of being watched, is part of that journey. It's the universe reminding you of your potential, your power, and your mission. But let's be honest. Being watched, even in a spiritual sense, can be unsettling. It can feel like a weight, a pressure to live up to something you might not fully understand. And that's okay. It's okay to feel unsure, to have doubts. What matters is that you don't let those doubts stop you from exploring what this feeling means for you. Because the presence you feel isn't here to judge you or to control you, it's here to guide you. Think about it. How many times have you felt this presence, only to have an idea, a thought, or an opportunity come to you soon after? How many times have you felt watched, only to realize later that it was a moment of alignment, a turning point in your path? This isn't coincidence. This is the universe working with you, through you. And the more you trust it, the more you'll begin to see the patterns, the connections, the purpose behind it all. So let me ask you this: what if this feeling of being watched isn't something to escape, but something to embrace? What if it's the universe reminding you that you are seen, you are supported, and you are supported, and you are guided? What if this presence is here to help you step into the fullness of who you are? You've felt it before, this strange surge of awareness, as if unseen eyes are fixed on you, observing your every move. And lately it's been stronger, hasn't it? It's not just a fleeting sensation, but something persistent, something that lingers in the background of your everyday life. You might notice it most during moments of stillness late at night when the world is quiet, or when you're alone, lost in thought. Or maybe it strikes when you're on the brink of a decision, as though this feeling is tied to the choices you make. But why does it intensify? Why does it seem to grow louder and more present during certain phases of your life? The answer lies in who you are and the path you're walking. As a chosen one, your journey is not like everyone else's. You've probably felt different for as long as you can remember, an outsider in a world that seems to operate on rules you don't fully understand. And that's because you're not meant to follow the same script as everyone else. You're here for more. You're here to awaken, to rise, to lead. But with that purpose comes a heightened level of awareness. And this feeling of being watched, it's a sign that the universe, the unseen energies, are paying attention to your awakening. When this feeling intensifies, it's because you're approaching a threshold. You're at a point in your life where something is shifting, where you're being called to step more fully into your purpose. The watchers, the presence you sense, are here to guide you through this transition. They're not here to interfere or control you. They're here to remind you that you're not walking this path alone. They are a reflection of the energy surrounding your growth, the spiritual forces that support you as you navigate your transformation. But let's not sugarcoat this. Feeling watched can be unsettling, even intimidating, especially when you don't fully understand it. You might wonder, who or what is watching me? Are these energies benevolent, or is there something darker at play? These are valid questions, and it's important to approach them with both curiosity and discernment. Not everything unseen is automatically good, but as a chosen one, you have the power to protect your energy and align yourself with forces that are here to help you. The first step is to recognize that this feeling of being watched is not about fear, it's about awareness. The watchers beyond the veil are not here to scare you, they're here to awaken you. They are part of the larger spiritual ecosystem that surrounds all of us, but chosen ones like you are more attuned to their presence. You have a sensitivity, an openness, that allows you to perceive what others cannot. This is both a gift and a responsibility. The more awake you become, the more you'll notice these energies. And the more you notice them, the more you'll realize they're not separate from you, they're connected to your own growth, your own vibration. Let's go deeper. Why does this feeling seem to show up during pivotal moments in your life? It's because these moments are when your energy shifts, when your vibration rises or wavers. Times of transformation, whether they're marked by challenges or breakthroughs, create ripples in the energetic field around you. These ripples attract attention, not just from the physical world, but from the spiritual realms. The watchers sense the shifts in your energy, and they gather to observe, to guide, and sometimes even to test you. Tests are a crucial part of this process. When you feel watched, It can sometimes feel like pressure, like the universe is waiting for you to make a move. And in a way, it is. These moments are opportunities to prove to yourself that you're ready for the next level of your journey. They're chances to step into your power, to trust your intuition, and to choose the path that feels most aligned with your soul. The Watchers are not here to judge you, they're here to witness your growth. They're here to remind you that every choice you make carries energy, and every step you take shapes the reality you're creating. But let's ask the deeper question: who are these Watchers? Are they spirits, guides, ancestors, or something else entirely? The truth is, they could be all of these things. The spiritual realm is vast and complex, and the energies that watch over you may take many forms. Some may be personal to you, ancestors who have walked this earth before you, or guides assigned to help you fulfill your purpose. Others may be universal energies, forces that exist to balance and guide the collective awakening of humanity. As a chosen one, you are connected to both the personal and the universal. You are part of a larger tapestry, and the Watchers are threads within that weave. Now, here's something important to understand: you have the power to influence this dynamic. The Watchers are not here to control you, but to support you. And the way you interact with them depends on your energy, your intention, and your willingness to listen. If you approach this feeling of being watched with fear, you'll create resistance. But if you approach it with openness and curiosity, you'll begin to see it for what it truly is: a reminder of your connection to something greater. So the next time you feel this presence, don't push it away. Instead, pause and ask, what is this presence trying to show me? What am I being called to see, to learn, to step into? Trust your intuition here. The answers won't always come in words or logic. They might come as a feeling, a knowing, or a synchronicity that appears later on. The key is to remain open. Let me leave you with this. What if this feeling of being watched is not a burden, but a gift? What if it's the universe's way of reminding you that you're seen, that you're supported, that your journey matters? What if the Watchers beyond the veil are here not to judge you, but to celebrate your growth, to guide you toward the life you were always meant to live? You've felt it long enough to know it's real, that undeniable sense of being watched, of unseen energies surrounding you, isn't just a passing sensation, it's a doorway into something deeper, something extraordinary. But here's the question: what will you do with this awareness? Will you let it unsettle you, or will you learn to harness it? Because this presence, this feeling, is not here to disempower you. It's here to remind you of your potential, to awaken you to the truth of who you really are. Chosen ones are not ordinary souls. You've always known that, haven't you? You've always felt that you were meant for something greater, something beyond the mundane routines of life. But with this calling comes responsibility. The feeling of being watched is not just a random occurrence. It's the universe asking, are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to embrace your purpose? That presence you feel is a reflection of your awakening. It's the universe's way of letting you know that the time has come to rise. Let's break this down. The Watchers, the unseen forces you sense, are not here to control or manipulate you. They are here to amplify your awareness. Their presence is like a spotlight, illuminating the areas of your life that need your attention. They're not watching to judge you, they're watching to guide you. Every time you feel their presence, it's a signal to pause, to reflect, and to ask yourself, what am I being called to notice right now? What part of my life, my thoughts, or my energy needs alignment? Because here's the truth: chosen ones are not chosen because they are perfect. You didn't come into this world with all the answers. You came to learn, to grow, to transform. And this feeling of being watched often intensifies when you're on the verge of a breakthrough. It's during these moments when you're questioning, doubting, or even struggling that the Watchers appear most strongly. Why? Because these moments hold the greatest potential for your growth. They are the crucible in which your purpose is forged. But how do you move from simply feeling watched to actively working with this presence? The first step is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing this feeling as something external, start viewing it as a reflection of your inner state. The Watchers aren't separate from you, they're connected to your energy, your vibration, your journey. This means that the more you raise your vibration, the clearer their guidance becomes. And how do you raise your vibration? By aligning with your truth. By letting go of fear, doubt, and resistance, and stepping fully into the energy of trust, love, and purpose. You might wonder, how do I know what this presence is trying to tell me? The answer lies in stillness. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the subtle messages the universe is sending you. But when you take the time to sit in stillness, to quiet your mind and listen, the answers begin to emerge. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for this. When you meditate, you create a space for the Watchers to communicate with you not through words, but through feelings, insights, and intuitive nudges. Here's something practical you can try. The next time you feel this presence, instead of brushing it off, pause and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? What thoughts are running through my mind? What is this moment trying to teach me? And then just listen. Don't force an answer. Don't overanalyze. Simply allow yourself to be present with the feeling. You'll be surprised at how quickly the guidance comes when you stop resisting and start trusting. Another way to harness this presence is through intention. The Watchers respond to the energy you put out. If you approach them with fear or doubt, you'll create resistance. But if you approach them with openness and intention, you'll create a connection. Try this the next time you feel watched. Set an intention. Say to yourself, I am open to receiving guidance. I trust that this presence is here to support me, and then watch how the energy shifts. You'll begin to notice synchronicities, signs, and insights that weren't there before. But let's go even deeper. The feeling of being watched isn't just about guidance, it's about accountability. As a chosen one, you're here to play a role in the collective awakening of humanity. Your journey isn't just about you, it's about the ripple effect you create in the world. The Watchers are here to remind you of this. Their presence is a call to step into your power, not just for your own growth, but for the impact you're meant to make. So let me ask you, what are you holding back from? What parts of your purpose are you avoiding because of fear, doubt, or uncertainty? The Watchers see your potential. They see the light within you, even when you can't. And their presence is a reminder that it's time to stop playing small. It's time to trust yourself, to trust the path, and to step boldly into the life you were meant to live. The connection you feel is not a burden, it's a gift. It's the universe's way of saying, you are not alone, you are supported, you are seen. And when you embrace this connection, when you stop running from it and start working with it, you'll unlock a level of clarity and power you never thought possible. You've come this far, and by now you're beginning to realize something profound. That feeling of being watched, the presence you felt lingering just beyond your physical senses, is not here by accident. It's not something that's happening to you, it's happening for you. It's a call to awaken, to step fully into the person you were meant to be. But what will you do with this awareness? How will you integrate it into your life in a way that empowers you rather than overwhelms you? Because that's the key to everything integration. The Watchers, the unseen presence, are only as powerful in your life as you allow them to be. Let's start with this truth being seen. is one of the most transformative experiences a soul can endure. To be truly seen by others, by the universe, and most importantly, by yourself is to strip away all illusions and stand fully in your truth. And that's what this feeling of being watched is ultimately about. It's not just about unseen energies observing you, it's about the universe holding up a mirror and asking, are you willing to see yourself as you truly are? This is the deep work, the kind of inner alignment that changes everything. When you lean into this presence, when you stop running from it and start embracing it, you'll notice something incredible. Life begins to respond to you differently. Doors that once seemed closed will open, and people and opportunities will show up in ways that feel almost too perfect to be coincidence. This is because the watchers, the presence you feel, are not passive observers, they are collaborators. They are here to help you co-create your reality, to guide you toward the life you've always felt was waiting for you. But here's the catch: they can only guide you if you're willing to trust them. Trust is the bridge between feeling watched and feeling supported. It's the shift from fear to empowerment, from doubt to clarity. And trust begins with a choice. A choice to believe that this presence is here for your highest good, even when you don't fully understand it. A choice to believe that you are not alone, even when the path feels uncertain. One of the most powerful ways to integrate this presence into your life is through gratitude. Gratitude is a frequency, a vibration that aligns you with the energy of abundance and guidance. When you feel watched, instead of questioning or resisting it, try expressing gratitude. Say to yourself, thank you for seeing me. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for reminding me of my purpose. This simple act of gratitude shifts your energy and strengthens your connection to the unseen forces supporting you. Another way to integrate this awareness is through intentional action. The watchers are not here to live your life for you, they're here to support you as you take inspired action. This means paying attention to the subtle nudges, the intuitive whispers, and the synchronicities that appear in your life. When you notice a sign or feel a pull towards something, act on it. Even if it doesn't make logical sense, trust that it's leading you somewhere important. The universe responds to movement, and every step you take in alignment with your intuition strengthens the relationship between you and the presence you feel. But let's go deeper. This feeling of being watched is also a call to accountability. As a chosen one, you carry a responsibility not just to yourself but to the collective. Your growth, your healing, your alignment with your purpose creates ripples that affect everyone around you. The watchers are here to remind you of this, to hold you accountable to the light within you. They're not here to judge you, but to encourage you to live in integrity with who you truly are. So let me ask you, what would your life look like if you lived as though you were always being seen, not in a way that feels oppressive, but in a way that feels empowering? What choices would you make if you knew that every action, every thought, every intention was being witnessed by the universe? This isn't about perfection, it's about alignment. It's about living in a way that honors your purpose, your truth, your unique role as a chosen one. The watchers are not here to demand anything from you, but they are here to remind you of your potential. They see the version of you that you're capable of becoming, even when you can't see it yourself. And their presence is an invitation to step into that version of yourself, to live with courage, purpose, and trust. This is the ultimate gift of being watched, the realization that you are never alone. The universe is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and celebrating your growth. And when you embrace this truth, when you integrate this presence into your daily life, you unlock a level of power and clarity that transforms everything. So the next time you feel that presence, that subtle yet undeniable feeling of being watched, don't push it away. welcome it. Lean into it. And ask yourself, what am I being called to see, to do, to become? Because the answer to that question is the key to your highest reality. You are seen, you are supported, and you are ready. Now, it's time to live like it.